Good evening, good evening. Welcome to PM with Kim. Thank you for coming on back and hanging out with me this evening. I hope you enjoyed AM with Kim this morning's motivation. And if it's your first time tuning in, welcome this evening. This is just, evening inspiration where I kind of just share some thoughts, not necessarily a quote, but just share my thoughts, reflections, things that come up in my spirit through the day. So if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can know when the videos drop. Like the video, comment if it's something that resonates with you. And then finally, if it's something that you think somebody else can benefit from, share the video with your family or your friends. So I hope your day went well. Hope you're winding down right now, that you had a good meal for dinner, and that you just kind of unwinding from your work day if you had to work, and you're just kind of relaxing and, taking a moment to recharge and refresh. So I hope your evening is a good one. I am not going, I don't have one thing specific that I want to talk about, but I don't know, today was kind of quiet. And I like my quiet. Don't get me wrong. There's solace in solitude, and because there's a lot of reflection and there's a lot of introspection and there's a lot of preparation and all of those things. So I embrace my quiet time. So don't think I'm not embracing it. But I don't know. Today just seemed, I don't know. It seemed a little heavier, I guess. So much so that I had to shut my mind off, and I had to take a nap for a little bit just to kind of recharge and reprogram and refocus. So here I am, thank God. And so the one thought that I want to share with you, I think that just resonated the most with me today is trust God, even when you can't see how things are unfolding, even when you don't know what the next move is, even when you don't know how things are going to turn out. Just trust God. Get out of your own head, because I was in my head today. And for me, sometimes the quiet or the stillness, when it feels like nothing is happening, I know that's where most of the work is happening. But I don't know, the quiet and the stillness sometimes kind of gets to me, and it's like, all right, Lord, like, what am I supposed to get here? What am I supposed to know here? What am I supposed to do here? And a lot of times it's just nothing. It's just be still and know that I am God. But sometimes that stillness, it requires a lot of trust. It requires a lot of trust, because we in our natural state want to kind of just control stuff, and we want to make sure the outcome is the way we want it to. No, it's not. And so I have to just trust God, even when you can't see it, even when you don't see the movements, even though you don't see, how you sit down and you do the puzzles and you have all the pieces spread out, and you put this puzzle here, this piece here, you put this piece here, and sometimes you might not even, the pieces, it might just have to sit there until they come together in your mind a little bit later. But that also speaks to complete and total surrender, and trusting. So again, I talked about it, my mantra, and so I have remind myself my Anthony Brown lyrics: I trust you, I believe you, and I'm holding on to my faith. And sometimes I talk myself through those quiet times, especially when it feels like nothing is happening, when it feels like I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, but it's all preparation. It's all preparation. So when it seems like nothing is happening, it really is. When it seems like things are slow, embrace the slow, because the slow is getting you to the shore and the ready. And you know what? Because I don't want to rush something and then it fails. So you know what, Lord, if it means it's got to be a little bit slower for me to get to the best part of it, and I'm good with it, and I don't have to go back and circle and fix nothing, then you know what, I yield. And so that's what that's my inspiration for you this evening, is just yield, sit still. But even in your sitting still, you're still preparing. You're still thinking. You're still getting yourself in the right mindset. You're still posturing your heart. You're still identifying the things that you need to address. You're still, even in the quiet and even in the stillness, you can still be working. But, trust that, God is he's gonna bring it to pass the way he wants to. And then, and it always does. Everything always works out in my life the way it's supposed to. And it's always better than I can imagine, because I'll go back, Lord, you know what? I appreciate you, making me sit still, because this is better than I could have done myself. So thank you, God. So it's one of those reminders that he's going to do it, and it's going to be better than you even wanted it. You just got to trust. You got to believe. You got to hold on to your faith, and know that he is behind the scenes, and he is orchestrating and divinely aligning things and orchestrating the things to your benefit, and moving stuff out of the way and preventing stuff from happening to keep you from moving forward and getting what you need. So, so in the stillness and in the quiet, still do your work, do your inner work, and learn to be still and be patient and know that God is working, and trust him to do what he said he's going to do. And, there's this quote that I like that says something about like trusting, taking that step even when you can't see the stair or something like that. But that's, that's the thing is, what, even though I don't see the stairs, even though I don't see the path, I'm gonna keep moving, God, because I know that you're that light to my path, the lamp to my feet, and the light to my path. So I know you got me. Even if I can't see the path, even if I can't see the steps, I'm gonna trust you anyway. And that's something that you gotta work to. That's something you gotta build to. And some days you're gonna be better than other days. Like, you might have a couple weeks where I'm trusting God, I'm feeling it, doing this and feeling good, and then it's like, oh, it's like, the little engine that could, I think I can, because we let circumstances and things or what we think should be get in our heads and get in our way and get us off of our focus. So it's just a refocusing and just reconnecting and understanding that your trust in God is going to see you through. He's going to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we can ask or think. And so we just got to trust. We got to get out of the way, and take our hands off the wheel and let him do what he does best, and then trust that he is making the best decisions for us. He is aligning us into the right path that we're supposed to go. He is putting the right people in our paths to help us see those things come to fruition, those dreams, those goals, those things that we want to have, so that they can manifest. He is orchestrating every detail, and we don't have to do his work because he's going to do it. We just got to be still, we got to hear, and we got to know when to move. And he will give you that signal. He'll know, and he'll give you the green light, and you'll be like, okay, all right. You just keep taking that step. Take that step, and he's going to reveal to you what you need to do. And then you take that next step, and then he's going to reveal to you what you need to do. And so it's a trust thing, y'all. So when I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to myself. So just trust, even when you don't see the outcome, even when you don't know what the outcome is going to be, even when it doesn't feel like there's any movement. That's when the most movement is happening. So trust, even when you can't write the ending, because we don't need to write the ending anyway. I'll not write the ending, but write the next piece of the story, because we don't need to do that. It's already written. We just gotta walk in it and watch it play itself out. So that's my evening inspiration, y'all. Short and simple, because I run my mouth, so I ain't gonna hold you this evening too much. I just wanted to share those thoughts. Trust and believing and holding on to your faith, even when you can't see what's next. But what's next is better than what has been. So that's it. That's all, y'all. I hope that you have a blessed evening. The rest of your evening is richly blessed. I pray that, you'll be able to relax for the rest of the evening and get get ready for tomorrow, and that when you lay down, that your sleep will be sweet and peaceful and restful, and that your dreams will not only be sweet, but that you'll get some revelation in your dream, and that through the night the hand of God will rest upon you, and the angels will encamp all around you, doing their work in the middle of the night, warding off the things that don't mean you any good, and then that you'll awaken tomorrow refreshed and renewed and revived and ready for a new start, ready for a thankful and thriving Thursday. So enjoy the rest of your evening, whatever it is you choose to do, and circle back around in the morning for AM with Kim, where I'm gonna try to motivate your morning. So that's it, y'all. Have a good evening. And until I see you in the AM, peace and blessings from my heart to yours. Good night.